Hey, this is M, and in tonight's special coaching video, we are going to be talking about making pickup a lifestyle and understanding that if you want to get good at pickup and actually master pickup, you need to make it a lifestyle. So you need to stop treating pickup like a technique and start treating pickup like a lifestyle. Stop treating pickup like a routine, like something you do, and start making it something you are. That is what is going to give you the superpower to walk up to any young hot girl that you see out there, no matter what kind of mood you're in, no matter how happy you're feeling, no matter how sad you're feeling, no matter how up you're feeling, no matter how down you're feeling, you'll be able to approach that girl with the same power and authority that you would regardless of your mood. You will be able to approach that young hot girl no matter what. You'll be able to do it just like that without having to think about it, without having to hesitate. Like most guys, right? Most guys, they see a young hot girl, what do? They hesitate, right? They start getting in their head. They start filling their minds up with all these excuses. They let the mental demons come in and infest their minds and keep them from actually approaching that young hot girl and prevent them from actually finding out if that girl would have been cool, if they would have got along, if they would have had anything in common. And those are typically guys who make pickup a technique. They make it something they do as opposed to something they are. Because when you make pickup a technique or a routine, you make it something you do as opposed to something you are, that is when you get all these game demons. That's when you get all up in your head whenever you see a young hot girl you want to approach. Okay, so we want to eliminate that. We want to get rid of that. And how do we get rid of that? The way we get rid of that is simply by turning pickup into a lifestyle. Okay, making it a lifestyle, making it a part of who you are, embedding it into your character and your personality and everything about you. Okay, we want to embed it into your natural born character, so that when you do see that young hot girl, you can approach her just like that. And it's not a big deal. And you're not gonna get up in your head about it. You're not gonna get that dreaded approach anxiety. Okay, the reason why guys who are masters at pickup, guys who are the top guys of pickup, the reason why they don't really get approach anxiety so much anymore is because they've turned pickup into a lifestyle as opposed to a technique. So you have to understand, pickup, it is a lifestyle. Okay, it is a part of who you are. And I got a special treat for you today. Tonight's coaching lesson is going to be taken directly from, you guessed it, my monthly coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and find, meet, and attract young hot girls into their own life each and every month. So if you're not in my monthly coaching program, you need to get in my monthly coaching program like right now, before it's too late. And right now I've got a special deal going on. I've got a special offer where it's only $1 for the entire first month. Okay, so for the entire first month of mastery, we're talking hours of lessons, hours of priceless, invaluable coaching lessons you can get right now for just $1. Okay, and even from what you learn from the very first month alone is going to transcend your game. It's gonna take you from here to here. Your game is gonna go whoosh, right up into the stratosphere, right there. You can see the stratosphere, that big tall tower. They'll go beyond that. That's how far your game's gonna go, even from the very first month of coaching lessons that you're gonna get from me for just $1. So you want to take advantage of it while you still can, because I will be taking it down very, very soon. And it's a great deal. It's priceless, it's invaluable. You guys are going out there every single day and you're going to McDonald's and friggin' Taco Bell and Wendy's and you're hitting up the dollar menu. Actually, wait, you can't even get a hamburger over at Wendy's or McDonald's for $1 anymore. It's like $1.75. So you're actually paying more, okay? You're paying more than $1 and you're getting crappy food that's just gonna take you down into lower consciousness. It's gonna make you dumber, it's gonna make you fatter, it's gonna make you more of a chump, it's not gonna help you in life. And after you eat that McDonald's, after you eat that dollar menu, what are you gonna have left? Nothing. It's just gonna leave you feeling gross, feeling nasty, feeling sad, and it's gonna leave you even less wanting to go out there and pick up young hot girls. Where if you get in my monthly coaching program, Mastery, that little sugar rush is not gonna go away after you spend your $1. Okay, it's actually going to be something that's going to help you and not hurt you. It's going to be something that is going to add value to your life for the rest of your life. even from that very first month, you're gonna be able to use what I teach you in the very first month alone and go out there and pick up 8s, 9s, and 10s. Where else are you gonna learn that for $1? Who else is gonna teach you that for $1? Go out there and try to find one of the top 25 pickup and dating instructors in the world and ask him to give you 5 hours worth of lessons for $1. Ask him to teach you 5 hours worth of hardcore pickup lessons, invaluable, priceless pickup lessons for just $1 and see what he says. He'll laugh at you. He'll laugh in your face. He'll be like, ha, I don't think so. $1, get out of here. He'll laugh. He'll tear up the dollar. Okay, but I'm offering you that opportunity right now to get in my monthly coaching program, Mastery, for just $1. Where even in the first month, even if you only stay for the very first month, you're gonna be able to take what you learned from the first month of my coaching program, Mastery, and go out there and apply it to every single young hot girl you want to approach for the rest of your life. It is a priceless, invaluable offer that I'm giving you right now, and you want to take advantage of it, okay? Because I am not gonna leave it up there forever, and you are going to be kicking yourself when I take it down. So let's put an end to those lonely nights where you're coming home by yourself, you're feeling lonely, you have nobody who's texting you, nobody who's calling you, nobody who's hitting you up for dates. Let's put an end to that. Let's put an end to all of these endless nights of internet porn that you're watching, and let's get you an actual warm body that can sleep next to you in that bed that you're sleeping in every night. Get you a warm body that you could hug, you could talk to, you could cuddle with, you could go on dates with, you could have sex with. Let's get you an actual person next to you. Let's get you a hot girl, okay? Let's get you in my monthly coaching program, Mastery. And again, you could do it right now for $1, okay? That's $1. That's less than the dollar menu at McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, where those things are not helping you, they're hurting you. But if you come into my monthly coaching program, Mastery, it's not gonna be a sugar rush. It's not gonna be something that lasts temporarily like junk food. It's going to be something that helps you as opposed to hurting you. And it's going to be something that adds value to you for the rest of your life. As long as you stay attracted to young hot girls, it's going to continue to add value to your life. So jump in my monthly coaching program right now. Just click the link below, and that'll take you right over to my website where you could get signed up right now and take advantage of my $1 offer. So without further ado, let's jump right into tonight's coaching video, and I will see you in a bit. Pickup is a lifestyle. That is the topic of today's coaching lesson. Pickup being a lifestyle, and pickup not being a switch that you turn on and off like you're turning on a light switch, okay? Pickup has to be a lifestyle. It has to be ingrained in your personality. It has to be ingrained into who you are. It has to be embedded into your character. That is the way that you can go out there and approach young hot girls any time of the day, any time of the week, 24/7, no matter what type of mood you're in, no matter where your mind is, no matter where your head is that day, no matter what you're focused on, whether you have something big going on at work, whether you have something going on with your family, whether you have whatever going on. If you see a young hot girl walking by you, you could just go and approach her without thinking twice about it. You just see a young hot girl, and then bam, boom, approach. Practically every single girlfriend that I've ever gotten, I've gotten through cold approach pickup. Okay, I've gotten from randomly approaching out on the street or in a restaurant or in a venue, and I approached her, I attracted her, and she became my girlfriend. You know, I don't really do social circle game just because I didn't have girls that look that good in my own social circle. Okay, most guys don't. You know, most guys are not going to have model-looking women in their social circle. This is why you kind of have to go out of your social circle and find those type of girls that you can approach and attract into your life. You know, because the only girls you're going to meet through a friend of a friend are going to be girls who are not very attractive, and that's the truth. You're not going to meet very attractive girls through your social circle. You need to go out there and pick them up. But when it comes to young hot girls, I'm telling you guys how to get those girls. You get those girls by not making pickup a technique, not making pickup a routine, but making pickup a lifestyle, okay? Pickup has to be a lifestyle. It has to be a way of life. It's not a switch that you turn on and off. Just because you're going to the gym, you don't turn off the pickup artist switch. Okay, it just has to be on all the time. It just has to be part of who you are. It has to be embedded, again, into your character, into your personality. And it's not something you do when you happen to see a hot girl. You don't turn on the switch. You're like, oh, there goes a hot girl. Time to turn on the pickup artist switch. It doesn't work that way. It's like, hey, there goes a hot girl. I'm going. See you guys in a few minutes. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see if she's cool. That's all it is. And when you find that bomb-ass girl, when you start dating one of these girls and she becomes your girlfriend and you're really enjoying your time with her, you're still gonna see hot girls walk by you every now and then. You're gonna be out with your girlfriend and you'll see hot girls around you and you might be tempted to pick them up. You have to remind yourself of the abundance aspect, that there are always gonna be these young hot girls walking around. It's not like today's the last day. There's always gonna be abundance of them. But right now you got this girlfriend, you wanna focus on her, you wanna see if this goes anywhere. Okay, so you want to see if that goes anywhere without having to be a pickup artist, man, and approach all these girls at the same time. If your girlfriend steps out of line, you need to, let her know that, hey, remember the way I approached you and I picked you up? Don't think I can't duplicate that again with somebody else. I don't want to, but if this is not going to go anywhere, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to sit here and be poison drip for the next 6 months to a year. I like to live my life. I want to enjoy life. I don't want you melting my soul away. Like, a lot of these guys in relationships with their girlfriends, their souls are just being melted away. They feel dead inside. They don't enjoy life anymore. They're constantly arguing with their girlfriends. Their girlfriends are constantly nitpicking at them, nagging at them, treating them with disrespect because she knows that he has nowhere else to go but her. Where you, on the other hand, because pickup is a lifestyle for you, that girl that you're with, your girlfriend, will know that at any time you could just walk out that door and pick up some other girl and she'll be gone. All the girlfriends that I've had lately over the last 10 years know that. And I'm just not going to be in a relationship where a girl will poison drip me to death, melt my soul away, nitpick at me, nag me 24/7, and disrespect me. It's just not why you get into relationships. You get into a relationship to enjoy the other person's company and vice versa, to have fun together, to experience life together, to be this unit together where it's you against the entire world, to be almost this conspiracy theory together. And the second that is no longer fun, the second that is no longer enjoyable, it's time to get off of that ride, okay? It's just like a roller coaster. The second is no longer fun, why stay on it? If that roller coaster is just like heading down and down and it's boring you now, or it's hurting you emotionally and mentally, then it's time to get off, right? And a lot of guys don't get off because they're afraid. They have nowhere else to go. And a lot of times those guys met that girl through their social circle. They don't have any pickup skill. They don't have any dating knowledge. So they themselves are convinced that they're stuck with her and they have to make it work. They have to compromise. Hate that word. They have to compromise with her and try to make it work. And, the second you start trying to make it work with these girls and you're forced in a position where you have to compromise with her, she'll know even more that she has you by the balls and she could pretty much hang you upside down by your balls and just poison drip the living crap out of you. And you don't want to be in that position. It's a horrible position to be in. So understand how important it is to not only learn pickup and dating knowledge, not only really ingrain these coaching lessons that I'm teaching you into your life, but it has to become a lifestyle. And you have to remember what I'm telling you. Pickup is not a routine. It's not a technique. It is a lifestyle. Okay, if you take anything away from this coaching series, you have to understand pickup is a lifestyle. It's not a switch that you turn on and off when you see young hot girls. It has to be a lifestyle. It has to be embedded into your personality. It has to be embedded into your character and who you are as a man. Hey, this is M, and I hope you enjoyed this special clip from my monthly coaching program, Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and find, meet, and attract young, beautiful women into your own life each and every month. And if you're not in my monthly coaching program right now, what can I say, guys? You need to get in my monthly coaching program. I mean, seriously, how much does it suck to constantly see these young hot girls walk by you every single day and not be able to do anything about it. Feel powerless to be able to do anything about it because you don't know what to say. You don't know what to do when you see that young hot girl walk by. You don't know how to go, boom, hey you, who are you? What's your name? Where are you going? I'm coming with you. You don't have the confidence to do it. You don't have the skill to do it because you've not yet had any pickup coaching, any dating knowledge instilled in you yet. How much does it suck to feel that powerless? Okay, I'm telling you, you don't have to feel that anymore. You can actually learn this stuff. And you know what? As I walk down these steps, I wish there was a monthly coaching program like this that I could have easily just jumped into before when I was first starting out in the game. A lot of you guys who are new to the game, you don't realize how good you've got it right now. You've got guys like me, one of the top 25 dating coaches in the world, one of the top 25 pickup instructors in the world, just sitting here willing to teach you all of my secrets that I've learned over the last 2 decades through thousands of approaches. Over 300 young, beautiful women that I've dated. All this knowledge that I'm willing to give you in my monthly coaching program. Where else can you get that? And the first month is only $1 for an entire first month of coaching lessons. Where else in the world can you get this kind of knowledge, this kind of training? I'll tell you where you can't get it. You can't get it at college. You can't get it in school. You can't get it from your parents, teachers, or society. They can't teach you this stuff. Why? Because they don't know it themselves. You have to go to somebody who has literally spent their entire adult life going out there and picking up young hot girls. How many guys have actually done that successfully to the point where they can now turn around and teach other guys how to do it too? And believe me, I'm out in field all the time. I go out in Hollywood all the time. I'm constantly traveling. I'm constantly taking students out. So believe me, I'm out in venues all the time. And even as much as I'm out there in venues, I probably met only a handful of guys in my entire 2 decades of being a pickup coach, being a dating instructor. I've only met a handful of guys that I can honestly say, that guy is good. That guy knows what he's doing. And every single one of those guys has had some sort of training. Yeah, there's naturals out there that I come across every now and then, guys who are just good at pickup. But the thing with naturals, and I started out as a natural, I used to be a natural. The thing about naturals is they are lacking a conscious understanding of what they are doing right, okay? And also what they're doing wrong. They're lacking that conscious understanding of what they're doing right and wrong where they can turn around and teach other guys how to do it too, okay? So it's not enough to just be great at pickup, but you also must have a conscious understanding of what you're doing right in these approaches so you can turn around and teach other men how to do it too. And I have that. It's taken a while to develop that, okay? It's taken a lot of work. Again, if there was something like this, like a monthly coaching program that I could have just jumped right into 20 years ago, man, if you told me this thing was only $1 for the first month, I would have dropped everything just to get in the coaching program. That's why it blows me away how many of you guys are still out there alone, coming home to an empty apartment or an empty house or an empty room with nobody calling you, nobody texting you, nobody hitting you up other than maybe a few of your guy friends, even guy friends that you don't even want to talk to, but you're forced to because you're lonely otherwise, right? You guys are going home to this empty existence. There's no woman that you feel that passion for, no woman that you feel that attraction for. Even you guys who do have girlfriends, they're not the girls that you actually want in your life. They're just kind of these average looking girls. They might be kind of semi-cute that you met through your social circle, right? Your tiny social circle. How much does it suck having to settle for these 4s and 5s? These average looking unattractive girls because you don't think you can get the 9s and 10s. How much does it suck to not reach your full potential, knowing that you're worth more, but you're sitting here settling because you don't know any better? Well, what do you think I'm trying to get you into my monthly coaching program for? I'm trying to get you to the other side of the fence. I'm trying to get you to that red pill knowledge that's been kept from you your entire life. I'm trying to teach you things that nobody else has ever taught you since birth, that you need to learn, that you need to know, that I want you to know, okay? I mean, the truth is, once you learn this stuff, once you learn even just a little bit of pickup and dating, you will realize that approaching a 9 or 10 is no different from approaching a 4 or 5. You might get more intimidated because of her looks, but it is no different. Let me tell you guys a little secret, okay? Out of the thousands of girls that I've approached them all. approached thousands of 9s and 10s, and I've had students who've approached thousands of 4s and 5s thinking that they had to, that that's what they had to settle for. And once I got them to the other side of the fence, they realized how stupid they were. They were kicking themselves for spending their entire lives approaching these 4s and 5s, these average looking girls. They were kicking themselves for thinking they had to settle for those girls when they realized it's no different from approaching a 9 or 10. When they actually realized that the 9s and 10s were actually nicer, cooler, friendlier, sweeter. Where the 4s and 5s, they realized afterwards that those girls tend to be the meanest. They tend to be the coldest, the most mean-spirited, the nastiest, okay? The ones that wanted to cut you down. Those aren't the 9s and 10s who are doing that in your set, okay? The 9s and 10s, you think they're gonna give you the hard rejection, but they're not. Most times, most 9s and 10s are pretty cool. They're pretty friendly, okay? They're pretty sweet. You will come to learn that once you start actually approaching these girls. The problem is, very, very few guys approach the 9s and 10s. Most of the guys out there are going after the 4s and 5s. The 6s, if that. Even come out to a venue with me, you'll laugh at how many of the 9s and 10s aren't really getting hit up. Guys are hitting up the 4s, 5s, and 6s because most guys out there don't believe in themselves. They think that's all they can get. They think that's all they're worth. And it's so sad. It's so pathetic to see that. Even guys who are much taller than me, much more jacked than me, have much more money than me, it's so sad to see these guys settle for these girls that are like 4s, 5s, and 6s while I'm blasting right by them and my students are blasting right by them and going for the 9s and 10s or sitting in the corner by themselves. Nobody is talking to them because they're too intimidating. And they don't realize the 9s and 10s are actually the nicest girls in the venue. They're the sweetest girls in the venue. They're the coolest girls in the venue. And we have to blast away that myth that the 4s and 5s are gonna treat you better, because they're not. Those girls are gonna treat you worse. And if you don't believe me, check out some of your friends on your Facebook that have married some of those 4s and 5s. How are those guys doing? Being married to that 5'2", 200-pound tyrant who is poison dripping them every day of their lives, making their lives miserable. Ask those guys, because the guys that I know that are married to the 9s and 10s are not living that kind of a life. They have a much different life. I mean, seriously, how much does it suck to actually be tall, jacked, good looking, and have money? How much does it suck to watch one of my students, say a 5'6" Indian guy, software engineer, who's out of shape, who's kind of pudgy, who doesn't work out, who eats like crap? How much does it suck to watch that guy just blast right by you and attract that dime piece that you could have got? How much does it suck to watch this guy who's, like I said, a 5'6" Indian guy, because I actually do have many students who are Indian guys, but I'm thinking of one student in particular. He's 5'6", kind of pudgy, brilliant software engineer, but nerdy, wears glasses. He walks right up to these 9s and 10s like, boom, who are you? What's your name? Like it's nothing. What's your name, girl? I'm Rajiv. And you see these girls like light up. They love it. They love it. And meanwhile, here's a tall jack guy with money who's like, oh, look at my Lamborghini keys, young lady, look. And it just ends up looking douchey and try hard. Even though this guy has money, he's tall, he's jacked, he can't duplicate my student Rajiv walking up going, hey, who are you? I'm Rajiv. And then the girl's like, oh my God, you're so hilarious, I love you. She's like hugging him and all this. It's so hilarious to see. And it's so sad to see the tall jack guy having to use his, expensive watch as bait to try to get the girl, because he has no pickup and dating knowledge, even though he's much taller, much better looking, and much more jacked and much more richer than my student Rajiv. Again, I'm just using Rajiv as an example. What's up, Rajiv, by the way? Guys, it doesn't have to be this way, okay? You don't have to live out this lonely, pathetic existence where you don't have any girls hitting you up. I mean, that really does suck. And I know what it's like because a lot of my students are there. I've been there. I mean, it's a sucky feeling, guys. This is why I want to take you to the other side of the fence, okay? I want you to see what the other side of life is like, where your phone is ringing off the hook. You got hot girls texting you left and right, wanting to see you, wanting to go on dates with you, asking you what you're doing that night, asking if they can come over, watch a movie with you, asking if they could take you out to dinner. I mean, it's insane. You're missing out on such an epic lifestyle, it's not even funny. There's an epic lifestyle just waiting for you. But you have to learn this stuff. You have to learn what I'm willing to teach you. You have to learn pickup and dating. You have to. And I wish they taught this stuff in school, but they don't, guys. They don't. It's so sad because a lot of times I'll work from Starbucks just because I like to work from Starbucks, and I see all these students in there just studying their asses off like the world is gonna end tomorrow. They're studying their asses off on their little iMacs and their computers and their PowerBooks, and they're trying to get good grades when at the end of the day, it's really not even gonna matter, okay? And a lot of reason why they're studying so hard is because they're thinking that they're gonna get this great lifestyle for themselves. They're gonna be able to buy a house and get a nice wife and all this other stuff. Trust me, guys, if I could just walk onto a college campus and tell everyone, stop studying, you know, all you guys stop studying, start learning some pickup and dating, I would. Because this stuff is going to help you the most in life. As I've always taught my students, pickup is the #1 best form of self-development that you can ever possibly learn as a man. It is the #1 best form of self-development. And I am a self-development coach. Just go to my Alpha Male Secrets channel and I say the same thing on there. Like, the best form of self-development that I've ever learned out of the thousands of books I've read, the dozens of mentors I've had, the thing that's taught me the most, the thing I've learned the most from, the thing that's been the most invaluable, the most priceless, has been pickup and dating knowledge. I wouldn't trade the pickup and dating knowledge I have in my head for $10 million. And I say that with a completely straight face. I am not kidding when I say that. Okay, I would not trade it for $10 million, even $100 million. I don't think I would, at least, but definitely not 10 million. If you're not in my monthly coaching program right now, get in my monthly coaching program, guys. That's the only answer. You know, no more sales pitch. That's all I can tell you. You need to get in my monthly coaching program. 7 months of mastery. It's only $1 right now, and you want to do it while you still can, while you still have youth and energy, and while I'm still teaching this stuff. I'm not going to teach this stuff forever, guys. There's bigger, better things I want to move on to. I've met a lot of cool guys, a lot of entrepreneurs through teaching pickup and dating, and there's other ideas and other ventures that I'd like to move on to, because I feel like I've conquered everything I need to conquer when it comes to pickup and dating, and I've got enough young hot girls hitting me up for the next 10 lifetimes. So let's do this together. I'm your teacher, you are my student. Let me teach you, okay? Let me teach you what I know. Let me teach you what I've learned through 2 decades of pickup and thousands of approaches and dating over 300 young, beautiful women. Let me teach you the secrets that I've learned, okay? Let's do this, let's do it together. Let's start this right now. Let's start a brand new future for you. Let's change the course of your destiny. Let's get you that girl you've been waiting for. Let's get you that hot girl you've been waiting for, that girl who's cool, that's nice, that's sweet, that's gonna love you, that you're gonna be able to love back and develop a relationship with, and much, much more. Let's get you that girl. Let me teach you what I know. I promise you're not gonna regret it. And it is going to empower you. It's going to make you feel 1,000 times more passionate about life. But I need you to take the first step. I need you to take the first step with me. I will teach if you want to learn.